You know what really makes me angry? What really makes me angry is that I had to come to realize that I wasted my time, wasted many years trying to please everybody and not really focus on what I need to focus on to be financially successful, physically fit, and the very best version of myself. So that has pissed me off to be on a journey, a focus like never before, because this is my life and I only have one life to live. When you really get serious about your life, you're going to begin to make some drastic decisions that's going to make everyone around you think that you're nuts. They're going to think that you are a whack job. But let me tell you something. It is your life. It is your life. When you get 80 years old, 85 years old, and you're sitting around and you're sitting there saying, I should have done this, I should have done that. You know, I had to really think about those things and say, what can I do today, right now, to begin to change my life? You know, when you really get serious about changing your life, you're going to turn off the television. You're going to turn off social media. You're not going to let nobody influence you. All of these different personalities telling you what you need to be doing with your life. They haven't walked one day in your shoes. You have a better idea of what it is you need to be doing for yourself than they could ever. But you know what we do? We get and let everyone tell us this and tell us that. We never got along to ask ourselves, what in the hell is that I need to be doing for myself in this life? What do I do? What can I do? And what should I be doing? Who should I let go? Who are the people in my life that I need to X out so I can focus on the things I need to do? Because see, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, you are in a race. You're in a race. You're in competition. And you may not want to see it that way, but in all reality, you're in competition. You know why? Because every time you sit back and you don't run, and you don't go after it, you get eaten up by life. You get eaten up in your finances. You get eaten up in your time. You get eaten up in your physical body, because we have a very bad habit or just saying, well, I'll wait till later. I'll wait till later to read this book, or I'll wait till later to go to the gym, or I'll wait till later to start this business. Today is the day you need to start, and you need to focus on your life like never before, because it is your life. It is time for you to get hungry and mad aggressive about you. It's time for you to start giving a care about yourself. You know, discipline is self-care, it is self-love, and it is greatly despised for some strange reason in our society. We are so busy bowing down to others when we need to be thinking about how can we finally bow down to ourselves to say, finally, I am doing in life what I'm really supposed to be doing. I am really putting the effort forth finally in doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. We've got to stop being distracted. We got to stop going through the same old, same old. We got to begin to take some proactive steps to be the very best version of ourselves. The best version of you. The best physical you, the best spiritual you, the best mental you, the best financial you. It is time for us to stand up and rise up and begin to understand that we have to make some decisions. See, everything that you want is going to be on the other side of a fight. Everything that you really want in your life is going to be on the other side of a really big fight. And that fight is going to be against yourself. It's going to be against all of your excuses, all your procrastinations. It's going to be against all of your friends that want to stay in a certain place. When you're deep down inside, knowing you need to leave, you're going to have to let things go if you're going to fly. Because you're trying to hold on to everything around you when everything around you was never meant to go where you are going to go. See, when you see people that seem to have stood out, they had to separate. They had to separate. They had to go in the dark room, and they had to really find out who they were. It is in the quiet place where you discover who you are. It is in the quiet place where you discover that you have to let this go. It is in the quiet place where you begin to put a plan together, and you come out of that dark room and you say, I'm finna begin to execute, I'm beginning to take action because this is my life. And it doesn't matter who likes it. I got to do what I got to do because at the end of life, I got to be able to say, I've done the thing that I was called to do. I've done the thing that has been burning deep in my heart, in my soul. And so many of us have allowed life and circumstances and heartaches and whatever it is you want to call it to put your fire out. And now you won't fight. You won't fight for what you need to fight for to get to the other side where greatness lies, where everything that you have been purposed to do in life is on that other side of all this other crap, all this other garbage, all this other stuff. You're going to have to get all around that stuff to get to where you need to be. And it's going to be a fight. Everybody wants things handed to them. You know why a six-pack is so peculiar and is so envy? It is envy because not everybody has a six-pack. That's why when you see someone, they look really good, they're in shape, that person had to work on that, what they have. And then people want to say, well, they think they're all that. No, they work hard to get where they're at. See, we don't want to work hard for nothing. We want things to just be handed to us. We want a great business. We want a great mindset, but yet we put all type of trash in our minds. We watch all type of junk and filth, and we wonder why we don't have a good mind. We don't want to read nothing, to learn nothing new. We rather sit around and criticize everybody else that's trying to do something for themselves. When you find yourself around people like that, it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to just vacate. Sometimes you got to just vacate the premises. See, this got to be a time where you're willing to vacate everything around you that's not serving you, that's not bringing you to the thing that you know you've been called to do. See, there's a fire inside of all of us. And some of us, we've allowed it to be quenched out, but we know it's deep down inside of us. But we have to get mad enough and angry enough to take action, drastic measures, especially now, because more than ever before, we're in a world of distractions and noise. People can't even stay off their phone for an hour. They will lose their minds. You know, people got to see what's going on in the news. They want to see what's going on over here, going on over there. I got a news flash for you. The majority of things that's going on in the news, the majority of things that are going on in social media, the majority of those things, 99.9% of those things don't concern you, and 99.9% of those things you can't do a single thing about. So if you can understand what I'm saying, it's time for you to begin to focus on your life. You got to focus, write out a plan, and implement that plan in your life because it is your life. At the end of the day, it's your life. It is your family. It is your legacy. It is your bloodline. You have a bloodline. And if you're not willing to fight for your bloodline, for your generation, then simply shame on you. Shame on you. You're not willing to fight. See, your name has to mean something. Your bloodline has to mean something for you to change and begin to do something that's going to impact your bloodline. You have opportunity right now with so many distractions. There's also so much great opportunity for you to have massive wealth. It is a great opportunity now more than ever before for you to have the type of wealth that can just take your family to a whole nother level. And we have to understand that the energy we're putting into things that's not getting us nothing. Some of us, we're dying to watch entertainment. We are diehard entertaining, like entertainment junkies in this country. We love entertainment. People fill up stadiums and coliseums or whatever you want to call it. They fill it all up. They're there watching the gladiators on the field, not realizing that they need to be on the field. See, we've got to wake up and realize that you wasn't created to be this person that's this weak peasant of a human being. You were made to be something great and significant, but you've got to step out of this mediocre mindset. You've got to get away from mediocre people that are not serving you. And you got to say, I'm going to become financially successful. I'm going to become mentally stable, and I'm going to become the very best version of myself. Because if I become the very best version of myself, then God will be actually pleased with me. Because God is pleased with any man, any woman that will do much with what he's given them. If that makes sense. God has given you gifts and talents. If you don't do anything with them, God frowns on you. God does not, he's not pleased with you. He's very angry with you. But if you can use what God has given you and maximize it, God will be actually pleased with you. You know why many of you are having a hard time? Because God is very angry with you. Because you are a waster, you are a coward, and you are full of fear. You won't do what God has called you to do. And you're sitting around hoping something's going to happen. No, nothing's going to happen because God has given you the ability to change your life, to change the whole game. But you're sitting around waiting for other people to approve you. This is your life. God has given you something. It's time for you to get off your butts and do something with what God has given you.